Hi everyone, welcome to Momentum Stock Traders. Today is August 18th and this is a day trade recap. We traded several stocks today. And we had some really good trades. And I'll just start with the first trade plan that I posted for my members was CRIS. This is a stock that I wasn't able to trade. It just never set up. It's a stock that I don't like the price point. Anything below $1.50, I really don't even like to look at, but there was nothing else to look at really this morning on the scanner. So I came in at 6. This thing had made a little move, and then it hit this line at $1.54. And I thought, well, it's above it. But what I need here, this is a target line. What I need here is for it to come down to major support and then tell me what it's going to do. Is it going to set up and go to this next line? Because that would be my trade right there. Anything above this dash line to that dash line, that's almost $1 per share range. And so that's what I was looking for, but we didn't get it. So I didn't trade it. It failed at the 50. The 50 is this dark blue dashed EMA dash line, and it just failed. So the next stock that caught my attention was SAVA, and we traded this stock yesterday. And so our lines were already on here. We didn't have to worry about putting new lines on. This thing made a big hard push, like a $2 a share move in 1 minute, really hard. And so I got on the second candle at around $27.68, and I was just going to take it to this line. This line here to monitor. The way I monitor through a target line is I look at how my candle bottom is holding the 9 EMA. That's this light blue dash. Remember, this is the 50, the dark one, and the light blue dash is the 9. My candles have to hold above that and not pull away too far. And here we had some pulling away, right? Let me zoom out just a little so you can kind of see that better. It started to pull away from the 9 dashed EMA. I know that I'm just going to get out here when I get to this target line because it's going to want to pull back and try to find support, some kind, and we'll see what it does at that point. We'll make a judgment call. By the time it hit my target here, I'd already made like $4 a share. I was happy with that. I wasn't going to be greedy. I was just going to watch and see what it does. So it came down to the 9 and the VWAP, and we had a nice little doji here, but this was still kind of a big candle. Really doesn't give you a whole lot of room to work with unless you really, that's just risky, right? So I didn't take it, and then it failed. My ideal trade is when it's bouncing up off the 50, and it just came down to the 50 and failed at the 50, just like CRIS. See that? Well, what happened was option activity started to kick in right here. Took it right back down to where it basically started from. So that was the end of SAVA. And then the other stock that I put a trade plan out for was DRUG, and this is a pot stock, I believe. All the pot stocks were running today on basically no news that I know of, or maybe there was one that had news and everybody was running in sympathy of that. I don't know, but this one was a risky one in terms of when I first saw it. It had pushed through this double target line right here and came up to this level. This is kind of a resistance layer, and so you just have to kind of scalp through these levels when you have them that close together. But the candles weren't too big until we got to this one. I didn't like the risk level there. I just felt like it was too risky. And so I just was waiting for it to pull back to the 50 EMA, which is this dark blue dashed, and looking for a bounce, and I'll take it up to the next levels. And I'll watch through these lines, right? That's my rule. Watch through these target lines, these white lines, and see how my candle bottoms are holding the 9. As long as they're holding it pretty well and staying right with it, not pulling away too much, and then you can get back in. This was a nice little entry right here on this big candle. I had a bunch of dojis. They were holding the 50. So getting in at $2.78. As long as it holds my stop, my stop was this tail over here. I could have used these dojis, but I used the long tail, and just stay with it and then just move your stop loss up. And then my stop loss became this line. As long as nothing closed below this white line, I'll stay with it. So that's how you ride. Watch your candle structure. As long as they're holding the 9, not pulling too far away, you can stay with it. Here we had a little bit of a dip. Again, I just kept this as my stop loss until we got above this white line, and then I'll use the white line as my stop loss and take it to this next level. So what was it? I got in around $2.79 and got out at $4.20. That was a great trade. So that's how you ride a trend. If you just want to stay with it, just watch your candle bottoms, how they're holding the 9, as long as they don't close below the line, and as long as you're still in the green, you can move your stop loss up each line as you go. And that's how I played DRUG. Once it got up here, you have to wait for it to come back down to major support, and it came over to the 50. The 50 I consider major support, and we'll see how it plays off the 50. Well, here it broke. It broke all the way down to the 200, and then it actually broke below the 200, and so it was done. But that was how today's trades went. I hope this was helpful to you. If you have any questions, check out Momentum Stock Traders. Amazing trade plans every morning in the trade plan room. I post the targets. I post, what to watch for the setup. And we just trade the most profitable stocks of the day that way. And so it's a really safe and clean way. And there's mentoring as well. So if you have any questions, reach out to me or check out MomentumStockTraders.com. And I hope this was helpful to you. If it was, give us a like, share the video, and we'll talk soon.